the most reliable news from Liberia and the rest of the world. Today is Wednesday, the 13th of December 2023. I am Vafle Kamara presenting in headlines mixed reactions in Magibi County as Senator Emmanuel Nukwe joins Senator elect Nathaniel McGill on U.S. sanctions. USAID honors 15 Liberians for their incredible contributions towards the country's development. Civil society group in Nimba calls for audits of the county's project management committee. And away from home, Sierra Leone authorities declare former President Ernest Bar Koroma a suspect in the recent coup attempt. These and many more stories, including sports, the water reports, the news in French are coming up. First, Zokwe Best the Corner and the news bulletin.
USAID Liberia has awarded more than 15 Liberians for their contributions to the country's development drive. The awardees were drawn from different categories, namely the best teacher, entrepreneur, farmer, health worker, and youth of the year, among others. Keep Liberia, Anita Collins, Afia Kemukai, and Goretti Atoka were named as the best civil society organization, health worker, youth, and entrepreneur of the year, respectively. According to USAID, the selection was made after carefully observing the works and impacts of the organizations and individuals. The Liberia Development Awards ceremony, sponsored by USAID, has for the past 4 years impacted the advancement of several organizations committed to changing the lives of the ordinary people. Meanwhile, the recipients of the awards are lauding USAID for the recognition. In an ELBC interview Tuesday, Ms. Afia Kemukai, the Youth of the Year recipient, admonished her counterparts to be the change they envision for their communities and country. Ms. Kemukai promised to use the award to promote and protect the rights of young people, especially women and girls. For her part, a board member of Keep Liberia, Dr. Dede Sumu, said the recognition has further strengthened the organization's readiness to reach out to every child in Liberia who needs quality education. Madam Sumu then reaffirmed the organization's commitment to educationally transforming the minds of the youthful population. At the same time, the Chargé d'Affaires of the United States Embassy, Catherine Rodriguez, has described the award ceremony as a bold step aimed at helping Liberian youth achieve their full potential. Madam Rodriguez said, with harnessed potentials, young people can be major contributors to the nation-building process. She believes the honorees have diligently worked in their respective fields to bring pride and dignity to their institutions and the country as a whole. The U.S. diplomat called on the government to continue creating an enabling environment for young people to build and explore their talents. Madam Rodriguez spoke at the 2023 Liberia Development Awards ceremony at the EJS Ministerial Complex in Congo Town on Tuesday. The sanctioning of Margibi County Senator Emmanuel Nukwe and family has generated mixed reactions among citizens and residents of the county. Some are against the sanctions, while others believe they are justified. Our correspondent said some concerned citizens and stakeholders have resolved to visit the U.S. Embassy soon to solicit reasons for sanctioning Senator Emmanuel Nukwe and his family. They also believe that sanctioning Senator-elect Nathaniel McGill and Senator Emmanuel Nukwe is shameful and an embarrassment to the county. Our correspondent said scores of Margibi citizens expressed dissatisfaction over the U.S. government's decisions to sanction their senators. The bargaining representative for workers of RLJ Kenija Hotel has sharply reacted to publication by the hotel management dismissing claims of bad labor practices at the entity. The Nation Union of Hospitality's Aviation, Communication, and Energy Workers said RLJ management is actively involved in bad labor practices. The union's Secretary General, Brooks Stokpa, said the entity has refused to employ contractors that have worked for over 2 years. Mr. Tokpa also alleged that RLJ Hotel Management was carrying out illegal dismissal only to deny long-serving contractors of employment opportunity. However, the management of RLJ Hotel has since denied all allegations of bad labor practices, saying it respects the labor laws of Liberia. National Civil Society Organization of Liberia, NIMBA chapter, is calling for the swift auditing of the County Project Management Committee, PMC. The CSO wants a thorough audit of a reported 2.7 million US dollars allocated for the implementation of projects in NIMBA. Our correspondent says the CSO co-chair, Alexander Yan, said this is key to ensure value for money and proper use of public funds. Mr. Yah wants such audit conducted before the democratic transition in 2024. Meanwhile, some members of the NIMBA PMC have welcomed the call for an audit. And the body of a 37-year-old Aliyu Kamara has been discovered over the Maya River in Gbapulu County. According to our correspondent, the deceased was earlier seen bathing in the water but could not be seen. Our correspondent said eyewitnesses at a riverside immediately called on community dwellers to search for Kamara, but was later found dead. The deceased was a resident of Monrovia who went to Gbapulu County in search of greener pasture. Meanwhile, 50-man jury investigation shows Aliyu died as a result of drowning.
Zokwe Beslokone with the news bulletin. You're listening to Newsline on ELBC Radio. One of the big stories we're following this afternoon, civil society group in Nimba calls for audit of the county's project management committee. West Coast of Magibi County citizens have expressed dissatisfaction over the United States government's decision to designate their two senators for sanctions. They believed sanctioning Magibi County elect Nathaniel McGill and Senator Emmanuel Nukwe is shameful and embarrassing. ELBC Lower Magibi County correspondent William Dissento has more on this development.
This took everyone by surprise, especially my Gideon. A good number of them were shocked over the news